Welcome to the 2013 Intramural Sports Captains Meeting for 6v6 Volleyball. If you have any questions, you can contact us at imsports@valdosta.edu, follow us on Twitter, and like us on Facebook. As a captain, it is your duty to manage your roster, communicate with your team regarding game schedule, sign the game sheet after each game, and be responsible for the conduct of your players, coaches, and fans during games. IM policies. Who can play? Current students who have paid their student fees, faculty and staff with an SRC membership, and remember, participants must have a VSU ID at all times. Rosters can consist of a 16 players max. After the first week, players must be on the roster by 3 p.m. of game day or 3 p.m. Friday for Sunday games. Players can only be removed if they have never signed in for a game.
For player eligibility, no current varsity athletes are eligible to compete in a sport related to the one they play in here at Valdosta. Ex-varsity athletes must wait until the next academic year to compete in A-League. A player may compete on one men's or women's along with one co-rec team and one residence hall team. A player may only switch teams once and it can be declared ineligible by the IM staff at any point if their conduct is unsportsmanlike. Teams are only allowed one coach who must sign in and be added to the roster as a coach. If a coach receives an unsportsmanlike penalty, they will be ejected and removed from coaching for the rest of the season. For protest, teams can only protest a player's eligibility or a rule interpretation. There is also no longer a protest fee. If a team is to forfeit, $10 is taken out of your forfeit bond, which will result in a 5.0 maximum sportsmanship rating and a loss. Teams can forfeit in many ways, such as not having enough players at game time, through unsportsmanlike conduct penalties on one team, or an ejected player during the playoffs. If a team fills out a forfeit request form by 3 p.m. of the game day, or Friday at 3 p.m. for Sunday games, no charge will be taken from your forfeit bond. The sportsmanship rating system is based on a 5.0 scale, where teams must maintain a 4.0 to make and remain in the playoffs. Now we'll get into the rules segment of the PowerPoint. All the games will be played on the far courts in the rec center. Intramurals will supply a game ball. However, if a team brings their own ball, it must be checked out by both captains and officials. Match setup will be a best of 3 games. A coin toss will determine who is first to serve or receive, or which side of the court. Teams alternate sides after each game, and each team is allotted 1 timeout per game. Rally scoring will be used as one team will score every serve. The first 2 games will be played to 25, with the deciding third game going to 15. When subbing in, players must first notify the official. Substitutions must be made at the back center position. These subbing players must make 1 complete rotation. Free substitution is allowed, so players may enter any number of times. It's a fault for any player to touch any part of the net or antennas while the ball is in play. However, players are allowed to follow through over the net, providing they contact the ball on his or her side of the net. Successive contact by a player is only allowed when a participant blocks and then makes an attempt to play the ball after the block. Contacting any part of the opponent's playing area with any part of your body except for your feet is a fault. It is not a fault if your foot remains above or touching the center line. Clean contact will be determined by the official. Ball handling faults include carry, lift, and double hits. Be sure you pass the captain's quiz with a score of 80 or higher. If you have any more questions, feel free to contact us at imsports@valdosta.edu. Thanks.